Hi there, my name is Nandini. Welcome back to Love Powered Up, which is the new avatar of Figuring It Out Alive. And today we are at day two, one of the most awkward questions, but the easiest one to answer. Okay, so what we're doing today is day two of 8 days answering 9 questions. You've got to answer these 9 questions in order to step into 2025 with greater awareness. Awareness cannot be diminished. Awareness is one of the key ingredients to living a good life, okay? So no more setting goals and forgetting about them. Let's step into 2025 with great awareness, okay? So, the question today is really very simple, but it's a question that the deeper you think about it, the better it's going to be. Okay. So the first time I saw this question, I thought to myself, this is a stupid question, right? But I'm going to say it right now, and I want you to answer it instinctively. If you want to do it in the comment section, go ahead. I love to see your comments, right? But try to do it instinctively. The question is, are you your worst enemy or your greatest fan? Okay? Are you your biggest enemy or your biggest fan? The moment you answer that question instinctively, this will tell you about your self-view, right? And then now let's look at the various aspects of our life, our family, our friends, our relationships with our workspace and other people in our life. If you have maids to come to your house or a gardener, those relationships, right? The relationships you might have with your vegetables seller. Okay, so think about the relationships aspect of your life. Think about your friends. Think about your workspace. Think about your health, your career, your finances. And of course, my favorite topic of all, think about your dreams and your goals, okay? In all of these aspects, are you your biggest enemy or your biggest fan? I'll give you a moment. Because after I first saw this question and thought, oh, this is a stupid question, I realized that actually both. I am both. I'm both my biggest fan. Otherwise, I would not be here on YouTube. I would not be persisting, right? But I'm also my greatest enemy. I really am. So the first sub question here, you can write this down and I'm going to write them in the description after this live goes up. So if you can't jot it down immediately, sit with it, think about it, and you can always return to the video and journal on it. Please do journal on it. This is my journal, okay? You've got to journal on these questions. So in what areas of my life do I shame myself? Or do I feel embarrassed and start to hide? Okay, that's going to show you where you're being your worst enemy. And which parts of me in my life do I love and would gladly show others? Just note them down. What are the things I love to show off? And what are the things that make me feel like I've got to hide these? I don't feel like I can share them. Now, let's get into what an enemy does, okay? What will an enemy do? Really think about it. An enemy will undercut you, and an enemy will sabotage you. So, where do you do that in your life, right? So, for example, an enemy, maybe an enemy at a competition, a workspace, or something like that, they would undercut you publicly. So, have you ever done that to yourself, or do you do that to yourself? Like, if an opportunity comes your way, do you start feeling shy and start thinking of the ways that you don't deserve that opportunity? Um, that is enemy thinking. That is believing that you're not good enough, right? An enemy also sabotages you. Now, I know that all of us self-sabotage to some degree, and I'm planning a course, let me know if you're interested, on how to get rid of that problem once and for all. No more self-sabotage, and let's be honest here. We're honest people. I'm an honest person. What I mean by that is how to develop tools and techniques to start dealing with self-sabotage once one becomes aware of it, right? Nothing is like a hard and fast, here you go, paint the walls, they turn green, right? But you can learn the tools and techniques for that. So yeah, an enemy will sabotage you. How are you sabotaging yourself? Do you sleep too late before a test or before an important meeting? Or before you have to travel somewhere and then you're like so late and you're so tired and you're not up to the best version of you, right? Or do you end up eating a whole bunch of junk food to give yourself energy and then you crash and you just don't have the nutrients in your body, in your brain, or energy in your body to carry through the day with, once again, being your best self, right? How else might you be sabotaging being an enemy to yourself, right? How else would you be sabotaging your relationships, your finances, your own career, and most of all, your dreams? Putting off your dreams? That's not what the biggest fan of yourself would want. Think about being a fan. You want to see the fan. You love to see the mistakes a fan makes. Ah, the fan, sorry. When you're a fan, I'm saying the star, right? You're a fan of a star. So you want to see the star at all times. You want to know what their handwriting is like. You want to know what's their favorite breakfast, right? You want to know everything about them and their family and their relationships, and you want to see them, more and more of them, right? Yeah, if you're a true fan of someone, you forgive them their mistakes, usually, right? Or you still see the human side of them, but you also acknowledge where they are a genius, where they genuinely are a good person. You allow them to be human. Most fans do anyway. All right, so that's the end of our question for the day. I got these from an Instagram account called Recovered Procrastinator. That's at Recovered Procrastinator. So please check them out. They post a lot of content for students. So if you're a student, definitely check them out. Thank you so much for joining me live. I'm just going to take a look at take a look at the chat here. So Jyoti ji joined me. Hey, Jyoti ji. We did a podcast, which is going to be releasing very soon. So I'm very happy to see you here. And thank you for joining in. And that's about it. I'm going to keep this short and sweet, and I'll see you tomorrow for day 3. It is a good one, just like today. All right, then. See you.